Hey friends, this is grocery shopping in the summer.
Be a friend, leave a heart in the comments, like and subscribe.
Okay guys, we have a few projects going on right now and we need to get these blueberries washed and put into our jars so that we can can them. We are getting our summer harvest and spring and summer harvest put away so that they are good for the off season. So we picked a bunch of blueberries, about 7 quarts of them, or 6 quarts of them, I'm sorry. But we're going to do numerous things with them and enjoy them fresh as well. We're gonna get these all washed up. And blueberries are really easy to clean. They don't take much. They just rinse and that's it. They don't really have hidden crevices and bug issues. You just want them to kind of rinse off clean, nothing flowing through the water anymore, and you're good to go. They don't grow on the ground, so there's not much to be washing off. If yours were maybe grown with pesticides, I would want to, or other things that are sprayed on them, then you'd probably want to put more into it, maybe some baking soda or vinegar. But these were not. They're super clean. Look at all those nice sweet berries. All right, so we're just gonna get these into the jars and then we will make a syrup for them. And I think we're gonna do the medium syrup because that seems to be what's recommended for berries. Now I hope with these canned blueberries to be making baked goods with them. We like blueberry muffins and blueberry buckle. So I'm just gonna fill these jars up with our fresh, clean berries. And then we're gonna make, if they have a stem on them, I'm taking that off. And then we're gonna make the syrup, which will also be really nice and easy. You know, normally I buy a bunch of frozen blueberries and we just have them in our freezer, but I thought, well, this will take up less freezer space and I can pick them with my own 2 hands or my family's hands. And then eventually we should have enough growing in our garden, our own garden, that I won't have to always pick them at a farm. But for now, that is fine. I'm all right with doing that. I'd rather do that than go to the grocery store for them. This is a very easy canning project. We're just cleaning up the berries by just rinsing under some water, picking off any stems, getting them in the jars. All right, that looks, we're ready to go. So we're gonna fill more jars. So obviously 1 quart of blueberries is equivalent to 4 cups of space. And so we're getting about 2 jars per, 2 pint jars per quart of blueberries. And then just a little bit over because, you know, our quarts aren't like 100% the same. Oop. I feel like I saw a stem go in there. I missed it. Ta-da! A culprit. So I'm gonna wash my last quart of blueberries needed for this batch. These blueberries are so pretty looking. I haven't been sitting in a grocery store or traveling in a tractor trailer. They were picked fresh from a local farm. Makes me so happy that we can do that. But even if you can't get access to blueberry picking, or you don't have your own blueberry bushes, you can still can blueberries. The best would be to have your own blueberry bushes. You can have them in containers, you can have them in ground. When I got my blueberries, I'd gotten pretty small bushes. So it took a couple years for them to establish. Once I finally found the room for them, or not room for them, that I finally got them. And I had some blueberry bushes in the back garden, and they kept getting eaten by little animals. And so I decided to move them up closer to my house, and then I had a huge, my bushes were loaded with berries, and I lost them all to birds. So, lesson learned, I need to put netting on my blueberry bushes. So for next year, I will make sure I do that so that I can harvest my blueberries from my very own backyard, like I've been wanting to do and haven't had the opportunity yet. All right, onto our last jar. I'm not sure if I'm gonna I might do another batch with like 1/2 pint jars, since I'm doing pints right now, but I haven't decided yet. So these are cleaned and destemmed. I'm just gonna put them in a container that can go in the fridge. And these ones I will save for fresh eating. All right, time to make some syrup. Okay, so now we're gonna make the syrup. And in order to do that, we need to add sugar and water and cook it up, heat it up so that the sugar disintegrates. We're going to make a medium syrup, and that is gonna take 5 1/4 cups of water with 2 1/4 cups of sugar. So I'm gonna get my sugar in first. One, 2 1/4. That's 2 cups. 4 cups, 5 1/4. We're gonna get this on and we're gonna cook it until the sugar is disintegrated. Just gonna give it a good mix right now, and then I'm gonna get some water in my canner. And I'm gonna put this on hot water so that it's not cold water versus our hot syrup. Okay, so I'm just gonna come over and give this another quick stir. The water is getting clear. As soon as I get some bubbles, then I will be ready to put this in our jars. Gotta break out the mussels. Nice and clear. We're also gonna put this burner on medium. Oh, and you know what else we could do? We could get our lids and bands ready. I like to use these lids, and no, I'm not affiliated. I tried them once and I will never use a different lid again. These are the bomb. Those are where it's at. Our syrup is almost ready. We got our lids and bands. All right, guys, we have boiling hot water, we have boiling hot syrup. We're ready to go in these jars. Always be really careful because boiling sugary substances are extremely hot and they burn terribly. So for right now, I'm just gonna get 1 big scoop into each jar. And then I'm gonna come back and debubble and then top off, debubble, and see where I'm at. Half-inch headspace. Okay, since I ran out of syrup and I'm not quite at a 1/2 inch headspace, I'm going to add some hot water. The sugar is not what's preserving our blueberries safely, it's the acidity, so adding a little bit of water is just fine to top it off. So that is what I'm doing until I have the correct headspace. I'm just going to clean the rims so that they're nice and clean, and we don't want them to be sticky. That does not help us seal a canned item. That actually can give us what is a false seal, and that is not good because we don't want the seal to just be glued shut. We want it to be sealed because we canned it correctly. Otherwise, you're going to open it and it's going to not smell or taste good at all. And I'm not wasting my product by taking the shortcut and skipping that one step. So that gets done. All right, so I'm just going to get these bands on finger tight. And we're gonna get them in the canner. We're gonna bring that to a boil, and then that is going to process for 15 minutes. Easy peasy. Okay, so I thought this broke, but it looks like the lid just popped off, so I guess I didn't tighten it enough. Fortunately, I lost all those blueberries, but I'm glad to know that my glass didn't break because I thought that's what happened.
Thanks for watching. You guys are the best.